that right. Hello. Everybody hear me okay? Welcome to the Do Nothing Project. Apologies for the tardiness. Challenging parenting night. Great. Andrew in the blue font. Thanks for moderating. Thanks, friends. Hey, Paul, Mitch, Ruth, Carolyn, Fred, Jennifer. Good to see everyone. Hey, Cashew. Jeff and Victoria. Okay, so welcome to the Do Nothing Project. If you've never been here before, this is what it is. Opportunity to hang out together, do a simple meditation or your version of nothing, whatever that is. And yeah, that's about it. And make it accessible, maybe explore mildly some theme related to practice or doing nothing. Julie, looking forward to seeing you at Omega. Happy 50th birthday, Cashew. Wow, amazing. Big 5-0. Been there. That's awesome. Hey, Sankana, how are you? Hey, Laura. So happy birthday to everybody whose birthdays it is. What's this? Oh, it's over there. Okay, I have the camera on the wrong side. I got this thing upside down. Yeah. Yeah. I have to put my kids down right before this on Sunday nights at 7:30, basically. And when the eldest is in a mood, then it's hard, but it's happened. So if I have to suddenly bolt away, that's what's happened. I think he's okay now. So in terms of a theme, for some reason I've been thinking about this quote a lot by this woman I really like. Her name's Carolyn Casey, and the quote is, uh, uh, imagination lays the tracks for reality to follow. That's her quote. Imagination lays the tracks for reality to follow. And she's a lot about the value and the power of the imagination. That's something I feel like I'm really only now coming into a deeper understanding of. And I guess the way I think of it is I always understood the being part, like that you gotta in life learn how to just be, not tell stories about um, what should be and how things should be, but instead try to connect to how things actually are. You connect to your senses, and it's kind of the idea of the Do Nothing Project. And it's part of the idea of the Do Nothing Project is just sit and be in your life, be available to it as it is, not needing to change it, update it. And there's deep wisdom and strength in that path. It's so healing and it's so valuable, and it's a lifelong path. Anything of lasting value develops gradually in that way. And so it's this slow development of being able to be right here, to be, to not need to change things. But there's also another story that we're in. That's the becoming. That's about intention and imagination. It's about like voting for a different future for yourself. And using your imagination to do that. Um, and more that's become a real theme for me. It's part of my life is I want to be able to find a place where I can be outside of all story, for sure. I can just be and don't need to be subject to the stories. But also I'm realizing more and more it's about telling a better story. you know and there's nothing wrong with that, and that's always been the case in every contemplative tradition, like a story of something, a beautiful story about the present moment. And that's so a lot of the gratitude practice I do now have to do with that, with telling a story of, in this moment my body's enjoying these things about this moment, and this is what's beautiful, and this is what's magical. And so that's what I thought I'd just mention that tonight. It's kind of on my mind. I'll probably mention it at Omega in my teaching thing this weekend in some way. And let's tell a good story tonight. So let's do both. Let's both not need any stories. But if there is a story that when we finish this, a story that we want to hold us, and even throughout the thing itself, I mean, we can naively say there will be no stories, but like, let's face it, every mind is continually and always telling stories. So let's tell a good story about this next 25 minutes. This something beautiful. Tell yourself a beautiful story about exactly what's happening in this moment, and still just do the meditation. See what happens if you tell that story and you let it go, and maybe it resurfaces throughout, like a porpoise, back down again, and maybe then it holds you at the end. But it's worth thinking about. What's the story you want to tell yourself about this moment? So, or just don't tell any story. Let's do it. Oh, where did I put that? Oh, I might have moved it so the kids don't get it. Hold on a second. Oh, yeah, here it is. Over here. Under stuffed animal. No, someone's saying it's frozen. I hope it's not frozen. Okay, hopefully it's good. Okay. All right. Let's do this. Right, so as always with the Do Nothing Project, however you want to settle into this next 25 minutes is entirely up to you. Lay down or look out the window, support yourself with pillows, sit straight spined in meditation posture, sit on your front porch, lay on your back lawn. Wherever you decide to just stop and meet your life as it is. With the chaos around you of strewn toys and maybe supper that or breakfast dishes that haven't been done. It is as it is. These sounds, these sensations, these sights. A few slow, deliberate breaths. Yeah. And let each breath be a kind of settling, so you're arriving a little more in your body, so your body supporting you. And the ground is below, supporting the body. One continuous stream of support, arriving right here. So the equanimity, of course, is that allowing of everything, that allowing all the imperfections, whatever, all the good and the challenging, whatever's here. Sounds you like, the ones you don't. Sensations you like, the ones you don't. Thoughts you like, the ones you don't. We're not going to tamper with any of that for the moment. Although we will do one thing, which is take 10 seconds to tell a story about this moment a story that we want to fall in love with. about how this breath feels, and how it feels to actually have an opportunity to rest, what it's like to be a body here, privilege of that, what you're grateful for, anything. Maybe your story is that you're on the top of a tree, meditating in the canopy. Maybe your story is very faithful to the actual details of the moment. It can be anything. Story you want to love. Maybe one of being among friends. And then you're gonna let it go. Let it move into the background and the foreground, just being. Maybe with the home base, tingling in the hands or the breath or a sound. And try this for a while. And breathing, sitting, being. And your mind wanders off. You remember your intention, come back to simple home base, or maybe just this simple practice of being here, not doing anything in particular. So there's actual more proactive side of practice that sometimes comes in, and it's just where, as you're getting still, there's a kind of choice to decide to begin to enjoy in the smallest way some part of the breath or the feeling of the body or sound. It's like 1% above neutral. And it's not totally, it's this thing happening, but actually, maybe there is something about this that I kind of appreciate or kind of enjoy. And that can start to happen in practice. It just sort of begins to develop like this little bias in the favor of enjoyment or appreciation. So you can let yourself flow that way if that's going that way, or if it feels better for you to stay in the dead center, poised, just available for what's here, shaving off any biases whatsoever, that's perfect too. Present right here. these sensations, these sounds. Anytime you notice yourself straining to get somewhere, or pushing or efforting, seeing if you can just let things come to you, things update through you, past you, in you. You don't interfere, but maybe you appreciate. Maybe there's something else along here with you. There's definitely someone else. last few minutes here. Nice to end on a note of kindness or appreciation. And I guess maybe the way to put it here is tell yourself a story about who this meditation's for, who else it's for, who you want to dedicate the merits of it to, who you want to care for in the practice, who you want to send some metta, like may you be happy, may you be healthy, may you be at ease. You can tell a story now about who it's for, who you want to send it to. How you want this person to feel, how you want to feel, your future self, your childhood self, friends, family, whoever, animals. And what does it feel like to do that from a place also that's centered and calm, quantumous, present? So there's something crisp about it. Thanks, everyone. Thanks, Angela. Mahalo. Thanks, Ruth, Damien, Bill, Catherine. Happy storytelling. Brooke, Mike, Melissa. See you Friday. Anne, hey, good to see you. Bear, Tracy, Paul, Fred, Brenda, Marjorie. Yeah, that was fun. It was cool. I was thinking about how my story was. I'm doing this for my son. I want to do this for my son. Can I find the sort of centeredness and calm, loving, present sanity in myself that I can transmit to him, for him, with him? Something about that, making that deliberate. That was a story I wanted to live inside. It felt good to do that. Oh, Catherine. Happy birthday again, Cashew. Oh, you're right, Tisha. Yeah, it's going to be a theme I'm going to explore a lot more. the theme of the role of imagination, the role of intention, story, the positive side of that, since it's just a inevitable part of the human mind. You may as well get it working for you. It doesn't go against the core contemplative understanding that there's value too in not being subject, trying not to be subject to those stories. That's also, although that's also a story. Anyway, much love, everybody. Good to hang out. I'll see some of you in person this weekend. I think I'll be able to do the Doodling Project Friday night. I don't sure, or Sunday night. I'm not sure where I'll be actually, because I have to do a thing in New York after somewhere. But at worst case scenario, we've got some good options for backup guides if they're available. And just grateful to have this community. It's awesome. It gives a lot of meaning to my life. Good story of connection happening right here in real time. So until next time.